What's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Carnage, and we got another Madrid hype for you guys right here on the channel, man. And I'm pretty pissed off right now. I was starting to feel a little bit better after the absolute ass whipping that we got by Barcelona during El Clásico, and then I go and see this Ballon d'Or news, right? So now I got another thing that I'm pissed off about. And this stream's not going to even be that long, okay? Because we got a busy day on the channel, right? We're going to be doing this stream. Then we are going to be doing a Ballon d'Or watch-along later today. Big up to everybody that's in this chat. Big up to everybody that's watching. Make sure you guys smash that like button and get in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking about the Ballon d'Or news. Let me know what you're thinking about El Clásico, the aftermath of it, because that's what we were going to be focusing on this stream. But now we got to kick it off with the Ballon d'Or stuff because it's a disgrace. Like, are you kidding me? What is this news that I'm seeing about Rodri possibly winning this award? Why? Why would they now give it to Rodri? The year for Rodri to win it was 2023, but they wanted to give it to Messi. I don't understand at all, man. Let me see what you guys saying in the chat, man. Big up to my guy Bilal. Big up Adam, everybody that's in here. I just don't understand what the reasoning is behind Vinicius all of a sudden no longer winning this award. What player in 2023-2024 season was better than Vinicius? It's just so weird, man. It's just so weird, bro. My head is hot. This completely fucked up everything that I planned on talking about today. I already had topics lined up. Now I don't want to talk about that stuff no more. It's ridiculous, bro. Big up to my guy Benito with the super chat. Says, I told you, worry about Hansi, hold that. It's all good, bro. Nobody could cook me on that El Clásico performance because everything that I've been calling out for the entire season just came to fruition in that game. But am I surprised that we lost like that? No, because we've been getting away with it all season. So big up to you, Benito. It's all good. But, yo, let's talk about it, though, man. Let's talk about it. So if you guys did not see the news, Vinicius, Real Madrid, they're not traveling to Paris for the Ballon d'Or ceremony because all the reports are saying that Rodri will win the award. And I just want to say that the Ballon d'Or means absolutely nothing if this is true. But I have to say it is true because Fabrizio already reported it. Vinicius was the best player last season. Vinicius won La Liga, Champions League, Spanish Super Cup, right? How many knockout goals did he score? Scored in the Champions League final as well. I don't understand. I'm very confused, chat. I'm very confused. It makes no sense. And because of this news, right, Florentino Pérez will not be traveling to Paris. No Vinny, no Jude, no Carlo Ancelotti. Nobody from Real Madrid will be at the Ballon d'Or ceremony today, according to all the reports. Now, I don't know if you agree with that, but I do. This is a robbery here. Rodri has got to be one of the most overrated players in modern history. I mean, fucking hell, the way that people talk about Rodri, I expect him to be in the greatest DM conversation of all time now. People always want to talk about Sergio Busquets being the greatest. No, it's Rodri. How you guys talk about Rodri, put him in that GOAT conversation. Nobody complained about Rodri not winning the Ballon d'Or after Man City won the treble because FIFA want to give it to Messi. But when Vinicius is now the favorite to win it, I got to see tweets like, oh, football is finished and all these different shit. Bro, you're giving the Ballon d'Or to a Man City midfielder, a defensive midfielder in that robotic system. But I got to hear football is dead because Vinicius, who's the best player at the best club in the world, is possibly going to win it? What happened to Madrid PR, chat? You guys know that myth that gets spread around, right? Madrid PR. Where's that now? Football is dead because Vinicius was supposed to win the Ballon d'Or, they were saying. But Rodri wins it, a DM in a robotic system, and everything's all good. People talking about, well, he won the Euros. Bro, Spain won that Euros after Rodri was subbed off. In that first half, when Rodri was playing, it didn't look like Spain were going to win that. England were hanging right. Yo, England were right in there. Rodri comes off, Zubimendi on, Spain wins. This guy is one of the most overrated players. It is ridiculous, bro. I don't understand the logic and the reasoning at all. Because if you want to talk about what the players have won for club and country, then give the award to Dani Carvajal. Dani Carvajal won the Euros. Dani Carvajal won Champions League, won La Liga, won the Spanish Super Cup. What are we talking about here? Dani Carvajal scored in the Champions League final. So why isn't Carvajal winning this award? Why is it now going to Rodri? Messi wins the World Cup in 2022. They give him the Ballon d'Or in 2023. 2023, that was Rodri's year to win it. I don't think anybody would have complained. Man City won the treble. But I guess because they snubbed Rodri last year, they feel like they got to give it to him this year. It's bullshit. This guy Rodri, bro, I don't rate him like that, man. Obviously, he's a very good player. Very good player, man. But, I mean, the way that people talk about Rodri is just ridiculous. I'm not saying that he's not an important player for Man City. Obviously, he is. But did he really have a better 23-24 season than Vinicius? Did he? Man City won the Premier League. They won the Club World Cup. And I think they won the Super Cup. So he won 4 trophies if you want to include club and country. But how the hell is a CDM winning the Ballon d'Or? Like, that's one of those awards where generally it does favor attacking players. People are sitting there criticizing Real Madrid for not attending the ceremony. I don't blame them. I wouldn't attend that shit either. What am I going for? What am I going for? Because I feel disrespected. I feel slighted. Like, look at Vinicius last season. 26 goals, 13 assists, Champions League winner, La Liga winner, Super Copa winner, Champions League player of the season, 4 goals in 2 finals, hat-trick in El Clásico Super Cup final, goal in the Champions League final, 7 GA in the UCL knockout, 12 man of the match, 12. Bro, he cooked. I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. As I said, if you want to give it to somebody that's not Vinicius, then Dani Carvajal should have won it. Dani Carvajal was better than Rodri last season. Am I crazy though, chat? Like, it just does not make any sense. It just doesn't. Very confusing what the criteria is. I did want to pull up this report right here. 1 second, guys. Where is it at? All right, I guess I didn't favorite it, but you know what we'll do? All right, let me get your chats in here, though, real quick. Yeah, big up to everybody that's in here, man. Anyone who thinks Rodri deserves it is stupid, by the way. I mean, if you're a Man City fan, I'd probably understand why you're saying that Rodri should win it. But I think if you're a neutral, it just doesn't make any sense. And it came out of nowhere. Like, there was so many conflicting reports. They're saying that Vinicius will win the Ballon d'Or. They're saying, you know, like that's how it was leading into. And then all of a sudden now he's not going to win it. Real Madrid are not traveling to Paris and Rodri's winning it. All out of nowhere. Big up Stanley. A sideways passer is about to win the Ballon d'Or. Don't worry, my G says, okay, we have known the Ballon d'Or has been rigged. This is just the final nail in the coffin. Stop caring about the Ballon d'Or. I mean, I don't really care about it. I just don't understand the logic. Like, I get it. You want to suck off Messi, give him all these Ballon d'Ors because, you know, he's FIFA's golden boy, right? They need to shoehorn him into everything, right? Like, that's the reason why Inter Miami are now in the Club World Cup next summer, even though they didn't have any qualifications for it. But FIFA just said, well, Messi plays there, so let's put Inter Miami in the Club World Cup tournament next summer. That's what happened. But people will really sit here and tell you that there's no favoritism. Bro, this competition, this award makes no sense. And you know, it's actually funny. This is the first year that UEFA are involved in the Ballon d'Or process. Do you guys know that? Who's beefing with UEFA at the current moment? Real Madrid, because of the whole Super League shit. So is it a coincidence? Vinny doesn't represent the sport in their eyes. Well, then how so? Like that's not really making sense to me. How does Vinicius not represent the sport? He plays for the biggest club and is the best player. The way that this guy has improved himself since coming to Real Madrid is ridiculously not talked about enough. Like it's very, what's the word? When Vinicius first came to Real Madrid, chat, I remember he came in, right? When we first signed him, by the way, he never even made his first team debut for Flamengo. We signed him for $45 million while he was still a youth academy prospect in Brazil. It's not like he was tearing up the Brazilian league. And I remember when he came over to Spain after he turned 18, a lot of people, myself included, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, I always backed Vinny. No, I thought Vinicius was a player that had tricks but had no end product. And sometimes his tricks didn't even work. He was wasteful in the final third. His decision-making was just crazy. I was like, yo, this guy Vinicius is maybe not going to work at Real Madrid, right? I mean, you saw the potential there, but I didn't think he'd reach these levels. It was so bad that to the point Benzema told Ferland Mendy, yo, don't pass this guy the ball. He's playing against us. To see how he's become the best attacking player in world football, for me, is crazy. I've never seen anything like that. I've only been watching the sport since 2014. So it's only been 10 years for me. And I thought, yo, to see this guy win the Ballon d'Or, considering where he started from, which was a player that had a lot of potential, but on the pitch, it just was not materializing, he deserves it. Last season, he cooked. We cooked. And again, if you don't want to give it to Vinicius, why not give it to Danny Carvajal? That's all that I'm saying. Why not give it to Danny Carvajal then? Does Danny Carvajal not match the criteria? Because if Rodri fits the criteria, then surely Danny Carvajal does. Right? Oh, man. I don't even really want to talk about El Clásico anymore because I was going to speak about some of the fallouts from that, but man, we'll get into that in a second, bro. This is actually ridiculous. All right. I know it's a lot of comments in here, and I want to get everybody's comment up, so let me just run through these real quick. I mean, we can't be disingenuous and say that Rodri is a nobody. He's definitely somebody. He is arguably the best DM in the world. I just don't think that he had a better season than Vinicius. My thing is, if you wanted to give Rodri a Ballon d'Or, he should have got it in 2023 when Man City did the treble. Would anybody have complained? Maybe the Messi fanboys would have. But in general, I don't think people would have complained like that if Rodri would have got it back then. Because the season that he had with his club, a treble. I mean, come on now. I don't think the Real Madrid crew should have skipped the ceremony. Not a good look. You have to show class as the world's best team. You don't got to show shit, Van Lee. And big up to you, my guy. No, you do not have to show any kind of class. Why waste our time? Why waste our time? If you're Florentino Pérez, if you're Carlo, if you're Vinicius, Jude, we just got slapped up by Barcelona 4-0. Why are we going to a ceremony that doesn't necessarily matter anymore for us? We got other things to worry about now. Literally, there's other things to worry about. Nah, it's definitely not because of Barcelona. What's happening this season has no effect on the Ballon d'Or. No. Like this, what happens right now has an effect on next season's Ballon d'Or. So next year, what's going on right now will take account, but not for the one that's going to be won tonight. Let's see. Aaron says, what the hell did Rodri do to deserve the Ballon d'Or? Exactly. Robbed him. Nice guy tax. Rodri always behaves good. He's such a good boy. Give him Ballon d'Or. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, look, we know that there's that narrative that people try to run where they talk about how Vinicius is, oh, he's this and that. Bro, this guy, and if you want to go with the nice tax, right? Vinicius is a very nice guy. Look at how he just stood up for Lamine Yamal, Alejandro Balde, right? Jules Koundé. Look at how he stood up for the black players who were getting racial abuse at the Bernabéu. Look at all the charity work that he does. So he's a nice guy as well. I seriously do think that it's because UEFA are upset with Real Madrid. That's what I think it is. How can all the reports leading into this day indicate that Vinicius will win the award, and then all of a sudden Rodri's now winning it? Real Madrid are not attending the ceremony. I would like to say that hopefully it's false. And as I said, we will be doing a Ballon d'Or ceremony watch-along right here on the channel. I want to see it for myself. I want to see the justification for why Rodri will win that award for myself. So I need everybody in here to watch that ceremony with me, because we'll have more talks. Again, I didn't even plan on talking about the Ballon d'Or on this stream, because I was like, you know what? We'll talk about it on the ceremony watch along later. And then as soon as I'm about to go live, the news breaks, throws off my whole plan. Now my brain is scrambled. I'm not even giving you my full thoughts because I haven't had time to process it, because I had to go live. I had to. But look, it's all good, chat. It's all good, chat. Look, we know, okay? We know who should have won the award. We all know that, look, it's not based off of merit. It's a popularity contest. It's a who do the voters like more in terms of just as a person contest. It has nothing to do with what you saw on the pitch last season, because Vinicius then would have deserved it. Rodri was not Spain's best player, right? The PR behind Rodri is ridiculous. His PR team is fantastic. The way that the neutral fan talks about Rodri, from now on, I expect him to be in the GOAT conversation for greatest DM of all time. Whenever they're doing a combined 11 of just all the best players in history, Rodri better be in there the way that you guys are sucking him off. A CDM in Pep's robotic footballing system, winning the Ballon d'Or, and people are cheering for that. The sport's not dead when he wins it, but the sport is dead if Vinicius wins it. Okay. And I fully back Real Madrid. I fully back them. I'm not going to no fucking Ballon d'Or ceremony either. I'm not going either. Like, I think that's the right move by the club. What's the point in going? As I said, we got other stuff to worry about. Let's run through Twitter, though, real quick. Let's just see what other people are saying, right? So, absolutely ridiculous, man. Let's see. Messi won the Ballon d'Or with 6 league goals. Won Ballon d'Ors while playing in MLS. They've robbed multiple Madrid players, including Ronaldo and Vinny. And y'all let tell y'all that Florentino Pérez decides the Ballon d'Or. Yo, bro, they always say it's the PR, Madrid PR, right? Give it to my guy, Carvajal. Give it to Carvajal. You don't want to give it to Vinny? Fair. Give it to Carvajal. Rodri's stats are better? How so? How so? Don't forget, chat, Vinicius also missed 2 months last season. 2 months he missed last season. We as a club, Madrid, need to be shameless from now on. F the media. I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. It's actually ridiculous. Bro, is it true that Vinicius Jr. didn't win the Ballon d'Or? So the reports are saying, I'm not a member of the media, so I can't tell you what's true or what's not. I can only go based off the reports. Maybe when the ceremony kicks off, Madrid representatives are there, right? Maybe Vinicius does win it. But the reports are now indicating that he won't, right? Some people are going to bring up, oh, well, what does Vinicius do for Spain? I mean, sorry, not for Spain, for Brazil. I think that's a fair criticism, right? Vinicius has not been good for Brazil. But for me, when you're so good for your club, that can override it. But I do hear the criticisms, right, in terms of why certain people think he should not win the Ballon d'Or. Because there's an argument to be made there. Fine. But I just think it's crazy. It's just so crazy to me. What does this report say here? 50 people from Real Madrid were scheduled to attend the Ballon d'Or ceremony, but canceled once they knew Vinicius was not going to win. The club are furious. I'm furious as well. Nonetheless, we will still be doing the Ballon d'Or watch along on the channel later. Real Madrid have canceled the RMTV Ballon d'Or broadcast. They will not support this. Yeah, bro. He's not winning this shit. He's not winning it. There's no way that all these reports are coming out and that he still wins it. There's no way. I like how the club are moving, though. I like it. This is crazy. Vinicius had everything ready to win the Ballon d'Or today. He knew what suit he was going to wear, was about to travel with 20 guests, and had organized a party in Paris. That's just crazy. Madrid PR, they say. Madrid PR, they tell us. Madrid are corrupt. Everything goes their way. That's what I was told. Nice. Madrid started playing bad after Ronaldo left, but we got over it. We started playing bad when Benzema left, and now we are playing bad when Kroos left. We will get over it. Bro, if Rodri wins, if Busquets deserved it in 2010, Rodri isn't even top 3. Are they upset about the Super League? TJ, that's what I think. I think that UEFA, who are now involved in this whole process, are definitely upset about the Super League. We got some reports last week that talked about how the Super League was scheduled to start sometime next season. So, yeah, they're pissed. I feel like that does play a factor for sure. Let's hope if Vinny doesn't win, then he will show us 200% this season and show he deserves it next year. Yeah. It's a good point. Maybe this will be the motivation, right? Maybe we will see a better version of Vinicius after this. That's a possibility for sure. Vinny is just PR. Well, Karan, you're just an idiot. 2 things can be true then. All right, let's move on. I literally have eyes, bro. I watch Man City play. I do watch-alongs for Man City. I do all the games for Real Madrid. Rodri does nothing special. Somebody tell me something that Rodri is special at. As I said, he is a very good player. He does all the basics at a very high level. But Rodri does not stand out. Yes, he's important for Man City. Yes, they need him to be as good as they are. I agree with all that. But does Rodri have that X factor like Vinicius does? I don't think so. They should have went even if Vinny had won it because of the horrible performance in the El Clasico. Bro, El Clasico on Saturday has nothing to do with this right here. That's this season. The Ballon d'Or is not, the Ballon d'Or that's going to be given out today is not based off of this season. It's off last season. The El Clasico has nothing to do with the award given out today. A whole season, 7-game tournament. Facts, Bilal. Facts. 2K says, what's even funny is before the Euros, this Rodri guy wasn't even in the top 5. City and Barca fans were pushing for Foden. Just after a 7-day tournament, everything changed. And the thing is, as I said, Spain literally won the Euros because Rodri got injured. What was Rodri doing in that first half? They brought on Zubamendi. They won. Real Madrid have sent a clear message from within the club. For us, the Ballon d'Or does not exist anymore. And that's just sad to hear. That really is sad to hear because I believe us and Barcelona are tied with the clubs that have had the most Ballon d'Or winners, right? I think we're at 12 each. Vinicius would have been the 13th. But we have to admit that there's favoritism that goes on here. Let's see. Man City told Real Madrid that Rodri has won the Ballon d'Or. Why would Man City be telling Real Madrid this? Why? This completely threw off how this stream was supposed to go. This is so crazy. All right. We should probably get into some other stuff, chat. We'll talk more about this on the Ballon d'Or ceremony watch along later. All right, guys? Hold on. Let me show you something. 1 second. I'm seeing United fans. At least they're happy, right? Ten Hag got sacked, so they're gassed. But look, man. All right, look, chat. We will be live later, okay? We will be doing a Ballon d'Or live stream. So we'll talk more about that there, okay? I do kind of want to move on and get into a few things that I originally wanted to speak on, all right? Because, and if not, we're going to just all just be pissed off for the next, like, 20, 30 minutes, all right? But the news doesn't even get better, to be honest, because I want to talk about El Clásico, right? I think a few days later, I'm just as mad as I was Saturday. I'm still mad now. I tried to find ways to maybe justify how we lost to Barcelona in that kind of fashion. Bro, we got destroyed. We got destroyed. I mean, like, what a shit few days it's been. I was thinking, well, look, at least after El Clásico, we can go and celebrate Vinicius winning the Ballon d'Or, and that's not even happening no more. So this has just all been really shit. I thought in the first half, and I want everybody to let me know what your thoughts were on that game if you weren't able to be here for that watch along and everything. But we were awful. And I honestly am not surprised at how we lost. I think in that first half, defensively, we played really well. Offensively, awful. Vinicius, stinker. Mbappe, biblical, catastrophic, disastrous performance. I cannot believe it. I swear, this guy was offsides more times than he touched the ball. I don't understand. And you guys saw my match reaction. I'm Carlo out. Now, while I do think it's time for Carlo to go, and the reports do kind of indicate that now, I'm not sure who we can go get right now that can do a better job. What, like, who can Real Madrid go get? If they were to sack Carlo, hypothetically, who can you get at this moment that can do better? So I'm Carlo out in terms of I believe this needs to be his last season as our manager. I don't think we should just fire him right away because I don't think there's a better replacement that we can go get in October. But there's a lot of reports about Carlo's future being in doubt. You guys see it right here. It says, look, Carlo keeps losing more and more support inside Real Madrid. There are voices inside Real Madrid that think very differently to Carlo Ancelotti and don't support his way of working with the staff on a day-to-day basis. They do not agree, especially with the management of young talent. with Arda Güler's situation being most talked about. If you guys have been watching, you know that's something that pisses me off as well. The reasons why I want Carlo out, right? I gave a lot of grace to start off this season. No Toni Kroos there, right? Then you also got to try and fit Mbappe into the team. So when we played bad to start off the season, I was like, you know what? Maybe it's because we're trying to fit in a new system. We have been garbage this entire season. Only 3 good games we played this season. We played Espanyol, Alaves, Atletico. Those 3 games we played well. Everything else, shit. So for me, it just gets to a point where I'm sitting here watching us play awful every single week, and we just got slapped up in El Clásico. For me, that's my tipping point. I think Carlo has been a pussy this season. He's scared to drop Mbappe. I think his formations have been stupid. Playing Jude as a right midfielder in a 4-4-2. When last season, we saw him cook at the top of the diamond. Why not go back to that? Do you guys know that in El Clásico, Jude played deeper than Lucas Vázquez? Let me show you something right here. Look at Jude's positioning. This guy was behind Tchouaméni. Look at where they played Jude. I don't like how Carlo does not play the youngsters. Arda Güler should be given a chance. But no, Carlo is too scared to take risk. We went down 2-0 to Barcelona in the span of 2 minutes. This guy brought on Luka Modric. Why are you bringing on a 40-year-old Luka Modric if we're chasing the game? Luka Modric is not a player that you bring on to chase people in that midfield. You bring on a Luka Modric when you are controlling the game. He does not take risk. How did Mbappe play? 92 minutes. I cannot believe it. And he's really been pissing me off, Mbappe. He really has. This looks like Mbappe from Wish. Mbappe from Temu. There's no way that this is the Mbappe that we were seeing at PSG going crazy. I cannot believe it. Mbappe was a free signing in terms of we didn't have to pay PSG to get anything for him. But I want a refund. It's unacceptable. Oh my God, bro. This season, man. Look, I think you got to drop Mbappe, put him on the bench. What do you have to lose? Maybe he'll find his form being subbed on in the second half of games. You don't have to keep forcing it. But yeah, man, Carlo, for me, I've just lost all faith in this guy. Even his subs are just wrong. Everything about this season is just wrong, in my opinion. And the thing is, I am going to give, as I said, I would not sack Carlo immediately right now. No. I just think we need to start looking at who we want to get in after this season. I think Carlo, look, he's a legend. He's won a lot of trophies with the club, right? So I don't want to just see him get fired like that. I don't think he deserves to be just fired. I think Carlo will end up doing a different role at the club, but somebody else will be our manager starting next season. As far as Mbappe is concerned, this signing looks like a complete flop at the moment, right? He's bagged GA, right? He has goals, he has assists, but I have eyes, okay? I've not been impressed with what I've seen so far from this guy. He's only played one good game, in my opinion, and that was against Alaves. Every other performance that Mbappe has put in has been shit. So I'm waiting for him to step up. And these reports are saying that Mbappe feels like he has failed the Real Madrid fans. But he's convinced that he will succeed at the club. I'm glad that he has self-awareness. Self-awareness is key. Because I'm not happy with him. And I'm glad that he knows he's not played that well. So I expect him to turn that shit around. And people run with this lazy narrative that, oh, we told you that Mbappe wasn't going to be able to fit with Vinicius. Yeah, that's what idiots say who do not watch us play. Mbappe being the striker is not the issue. Mbappe is making the right runs. Mbappe, well, except for on Saturday, because all his runs were offsides. But besides El Clásico, Mbappe's been making all the right runs. Mbappe has been putting himself in the right scoring positions. The issue is his shooting. Even if he gets his chances off the left wing, he's not scoring. The right wing, he's not scoring. Centrally, he's not scoring. This guy can't finish to save his life. I know that his conversion rate has to be super low this season because the amount of chances that we have put on a plate for this guy, and he's not able to put them away. It's actually a joke. So, yeah, once Mbappe decides that he wants to start putting away these chances that he usually finishes, we'll be just fine in our attack. But that offside trap that Barcelona were running on Saturday had my guy in hell. Literally. Let me see. Fucking ridiculous. I'm disappointed in Carlo too. Absolute fraud. Fraud that this guy has been this season. Last season, we don't have Mbappe. Right now, we have Mbappe. We're not playing very well. It's nonsense. Is it true Vinny Jr. didn't win the Ballon d'Or? Well, that's what the reports are saying. You know, we'll find out officially tonight. Rodri, 5 individual awards. Vinicius, 2. All right, Karen. Is Carnage the La Liga expressions oozing? That's funny, bro. Big up to X. The truth is, we would win games without Mbappe. Our last year front three of Vinny, Rodrigo, Jude will cook this Barca. I think the biggest loss that we've had is Toni Kroos not being here, right? And even though it seems like Carlo is, well, okay. How should I say this? How should I say this, right? Carlo is the scapegoat. I think, yes. Has he done a good job managing us this season? No. Has he had the best tactics? No. Has he gotten the best out of our players this season? No. But ultimately, the blame for how things are going this season must be on the board and Florentino Pérez for that shit summer window that we had. That was an awful summer window. But when I was calling this out back in August, people told me that I can't complain because you signed Mbappe. Brother, our squad has so many holes in it. We have no defensive cover. Our midfield is weakened. And what did the board do? Nothing. And now, because our squad is so imbalanced, Carlo has a harder job on his hand. And if you want to pair that with all the injuries that we've also gotten, we just don't have the squad. We knew that we needed a center back in the summer. They tried to sign Lenny Yoro. Okay, you don't sign Lenny Yoro because you don't want to pay the money that Manchester United were willing to pay. Fair enough. So you miss out on him. But then you don't sign anybody else. Last season, over 12 months ago, we had the same problems. We had to play Tchouaméni and Dani Carvajal at right back sometimes because of the injury crisis. And the board in the summer window said, fuck it, we'll do it again. We won't sign nobody. Why not? Is Lenny Yoro the only defender that we wanted? You're telling me that there was nobody else in the market that we could have gotten. Nacho just went to Saudi. David Alaba is still injured. I don't know when he's coming back. Our only 2 fit center backs are Rudiger and Militao. And God forbid one of them get injured. What are we going to do? In midfield, Toni Kroos left, and you did not go out there and get a deep-lying playmaker to try and replicate what he was doing for us. Why not? At right back, Danny Carvajal is now out for a year. He tore his ACL. Now I got to fucking watch Lucas Vázquez start week in, week out at my football club. Lucas Vázquez is not that guy. He's not a legend. He's not a world-class player. He's mid. And now he's going to have to start a majority of this season because Real Madrid decided to never go address the right back position. Lucas Vázquez is not even a right back. This guy's a right midfielder / right winger that we've had to play at right back because we've decided to just not give any type of attention to that position. Now that Danny Carvajal is injured, now we're getting linked to right backs. Well, dickhead, why didn't you sign a right back in the summer? Why didn't you sign a center back in the summer? Toni Kroos has left. Our midfield is shit. All of our midfielders that start, except for Camavinga, if he's starting, are all better off the ball. Jude, Tchouaméni, Fede Valverde, they're all engines in the midfield. They're all better off the ball. Camavinga is a good ball progressor, but his passing range is not like Toni Kroos's. So now you have to deal with a big loss to our system while also having to adjust to having a big incoming. So, yes, has Carlo been shit as a manager this season? Yes. But don't just put this all on Carlo. The board have failed him. And I don't think it matters what manager we bring in right now. They will struggle because we are imbalanced. This has been a really bad last few days, chat. It really has. But, look, man. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. Let me get into more of your comments, and then we'll probably get up out of here, bro. I'm just super disappointed. Super disappointed. Just not been a good past few days, man. Year after year, Vinny has constantly proven his unbelievable mental resilience, overcoming challenge after challenge and proving every critic wrong. He will prove everyone wrong once again. It's all good. All good. Football is dead if Vinny wins the Ballon d'Or, but not if a CDM in a robotic system wins it. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Real Madrid's message: we will not travel. We will not support this. We will now focus on competing as a team. And I'll leave this up here while I go through your comments. Big up to everybody that's been in here. And I've been everywhere. Like, I've been all over on this stream, guys. Look, this Ballon d'Or news has literally messed up my plans for this stream. So, my fault that I seem so scrambled, right? I'm usually a lot more organized. But when things just drop right before you go live, it just does tend to mess you up a little bit, you know? But it's all good. Big up to my guy, Nick, man. Big up, Nick. Beckenbauer will win the Ballon d'Or. P. Morton says they sacked Mourinho for actually winning more than one trophy and coming in second in the league. Man U's been a clown show. Yeah, man. Look, big up to Manchester United for finally acting like a big club and sacking that Ten Hag. He's a fucking bum. Madrid should go for Ten Hag. Yeah, true. Maybe. We do need somebody to clean the locker room, right? Maybe we are looking for a manager of the kits and stuff like that, you know? Maybe he could be like the head janitor or something. Yo, big up to my guy Omar. It says, if Vinny doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, I'm officially done with this corrupted ceremony. And this is a Barcelona fan. This is a Barcelona fan that's being unbiased here. Big up to my guy Omar, man. From now, the stars Rodri was going to win the Ballon d'Or, but do you think Man City might have paid them off? I get why you're angry. Nah, I don't know. I don't think anybody's been paid off. Nah, I just think it's more so because if anything, then Man City would have paid them off if that's true after they won the treble. I just think the voters prefer Rodri in this situation. Rodri's the 4th best player on City, 8th best player in Spain. Let's see. Well, if what you said is true, that Carlo's a scapegoat, do you think the board really... What? Do you think the board really... I think, yeah, your comment cut off, bro. But I think, look, the manager is always going to be a scapegoat for the board's mistakes because a manager is just so easy to get rid of, right? You just sack him, get a new one in. But what I'm saying is, yes, Carlo has been bad this season, but the board and Florentino Pérez have also massively overrated our squad. Okay? So it's not all on Carlo. Back-to-back losses, man. Vinny not winning the Ballon d'Or. I can't focus. Let's see. Jetway says Vinny should have won. Big up, man. Big up. Babe Ruth says Ballon d'Or is coming back to the Premier League. Football is back. Yeah, who's the last player from the Prem to win the Ballon d'Or? What is it? Ronaldo. Interesting. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense, guys. Big up to everybody that's in here, though, right? I'm going to end the stream now. I got some things to get into. So, look, as I said, chat, we will be doing a Ballon d'Or watch-along later. So, once I end this stream, it'll redirect you guys in there, right? And I'll catch you guys in a few hours, right? We'll watch the robbery live on stream. So make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Turn on those post notifications. And I'll catch you guys in a few hours. But yeah, man, this was a complete robbery, right? And I hope that this motivates Vinicius. I hope to see him perform even better than what he did last season. And hopefully the loss to Barcelona and this Ballon d'Or snub is what turns our season around because we must respond as soon as possible. But yeah, guys, look. Oh my gosh. That is just crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Look, we'll be back in a few hours, chat. In a bit.